What's up guys, and welcome to my channel! If you're new here, my name is Mandy and it's really nice to meet you. I'm glad that you're here. If you're a returning subscriber, hello, how are you doing? I was tagged in a Disney This or That tag by the lovely Jacqueline at Pixie Does PhD. Jacqueline and her partner Adam completed this tag together on her channel, and I'm so happy to be tagged in this. Thank you so much, Jacqueline. I'm looking forward to sharing my answers with you. If you want to know what I answered to these questions and find out who I tagged, stick around. Alright, the first question in this Disney This or That tag is rope drop or sleep in. I am a rope drop all day. I mean, technically not all day because it's rope drops only in the morning, but 100% of the time I will say rope drop. Usually on my trips I do rope drop more than I do stay late, so I'm one of those people that will rope drop and then also stay late. Depending on how long I go on my trip for, usually it's about a week, so 5 days or 6 days, and I'll schedule at least 1 or 2 of those days to sleep in because it's a really grueling, it's grueling to go to those parks. You're walking around all day, even though you're having fun. I do schedule at least 2 days to sleep in, but then it's usually we're out partying all night, extra magic hours, whatever, until the latest possible moment. So definitely a rope drop. Question number 2 is the monorail or the ferry. My choice would be the monorail, but you don't always have that option depending on what kind of resort you're staying at. Generally, my family tends to want to stay at the resorts that are in the Magic Kingdom monorail loop, and so for me, I just really enjoy the monorail loop. Question number 3 is wishes or happily ever after. Hands down, happily ever after. I remember when they actually announced that they were going to replace wishes with a new fireworks show, and they named it Happily Ever After, and I remember being really angry about it and thinking, what could possibly beat wishes?
Happily Ever After, and that's a lot.
It's literally my favorite fireworks show that I've ever seen, so if you haven't seen it yet, highly recommend seeing Happily Ever After if you can. Question number 4 is Pirates of the Caribbean or the Jungle Cruise, and my answer for this one definitely has to be Pirates of the Caribbean. Even before the movies came out, that ride has been a favorite of mine when I was little and we would go to the parks. I mean, it's a classic. And then when the movies came out, I was obsessed with Johnny Depp, and my friend and I, she loved Rocket Bloom, and she just, I mean, we were obsessed. And so then when they added Johnny Depp to the ride, I mean, you can imagine I was thrilled. So it's always been a favorite of mine. I like Jungle Cruise too, but if I'm gonna have to choose, it's Pirates of the Caribbean. Question number 5 is the Festival of Fantasy Parade or Move It, Shake It. This one also really isn't that hard for me. It's Festival of Fantasy. I was only able to see it once on my last trip to Disney World, but it just is more of that classic Disney magic. Princesses, you've got Peter Pan, Mickey Mouse. I mean, I generally need that special little touch of magic, so Festival of Fantasy just wins. The music, the costumes, the floats, the themes, it just all is amazing. Question number 6 is Casey's Corner or Sleepy Hollow. So I actually haven't had either. Does that make me a bad Disney person? When I go on a trip to Walt Disney World specifically, I am not local there since I live in California, and my family doesn't live in Florida either, so for us, we enjoy going to table service restaurants most of the time on our trips, so we don't eat at as many quick service places as maybe I would like, just because it's a lot of food. So I didn't get to try any of these options, but if I'm going to choose a favorite of what I think I'd like best, I'm going to say Sleepy Hollow, because I have been dying to try that Nutella waffle thing that they have there. I need that, so hopefully I can try it on my next trip. Question number 7 is Splash Mountain or Big Thunder Mountain. This one's really hard because I like them both, but both actually are very different than their Disneyland counterparts, and so it's hard for me to, I think I have favorites depending on which park I'm at. I think for this one, I'm going to have to pick Splash Mountain, only because it has more nostalgia for me. Because I grew up going to Walt Disney World, This was the one that I remember, and since it's different at Disneyland, I still love it just as much. It's just different. And side note, I'm actually really excited for the Princess and the Frog makeover. I think that's going to be great. I'm thrilled. Like, yes, it has nostalgia for me, the Splash Mountain, but I don't know that I'm upset that they're changing it. I think I'm actually really excited about it. I think it's going to be a nice refresh, and I think it's needed. Hopefully they do it soon. Alrighty, question number 8 is Haunted Mansion or Small World? This one really wasn't that hard for me. Haunted Mansion all the way. Again, both of these rides are actually very different at Disneyland. Haunted Mansion at Disney World is super fun. That was one of my favorites as a kid. I was a kid that got scared easily, was shy, and for some reason, this ride just did not spook me. I loved it. My mom was thrilled because she loved it, and I just have memories of literally going on it again and again and again and again and again. I have actual distinct memories being with my mom and being like, I want to go on it again. Okay, and then we go wait in line again. I guess at the time, in the 90s, the lines weren't very long. It's a really fun memory. I love the Haunted Mansion at Disney World, and I mean, it just, I'll never get tired. Question number 9 is Peter Pan's Flight or the Carousel? For this one, I'm definitely going to have to go with Peter Pan's Flight. Again, a ride that's super different at Disneyland, but it's definitely more fun, if you ask me. The fact that you're flying over Neverland and London, and I mean, that is so unique about that ride. I honestly think that's why it's so popular. It just, there's a magic. There's such a magic to it that I just don't know how you wouldn't love it. I mean, I'm not really somebody who's going to wait a very long time to go on it, but I do love it. Question number 10 is Disneybounding or matching t-shirts? I'm going to choose Disneybounding for this one. I am so bad at Disneybounding. I feel like I never have the thought to pre-plan the colors that I need, or I just don't have enough of the colors that I need in my wardrobe. I have a lot of pinks and I have some purples and blues, but unless the characters have those, I'm thinking for Winnie the Pooh, I don't have a lot of yellows. This is the most yellow I probably have. So, and it's mixed with colors, and it's also a Lion King. So I'm not going to use this as a Winnie the Pooh bound, but I really enjoy Disneybound. I have tried it before, and I've enjoyed it. I just think I'm really bad at it. So matching t-shirts I'm not against. It's not my favorite thing. I could see myself wearing matching t-shirts if it was a special occasion, like I'm on my honeymoon, I just got married, or I'm engaged, or maybe a girls trip or something, but it definitely wouldn't be matching t-shirts all the time. It would be just one of the days, if anything, and it would really have to be a special occasion for me to want to match t-shirts. Alright, number 11 is Dole Whip or a Mickey bar. This is really hard too because I love them both, and I feel like a lot of people feel some type of way about those Mickey bars. I love them. I'm still going to go with the Dole Whip though, because the Mickey's ice cream bar is just ice cream with chocolate. I mean, you can get that anywhere. There's something special about it being Mickey shaped though. There's just something special about it. But Dole Whip is hands down the most unique thing. You can probably, that's actually not true. Maybe not the most unique thing, but it's such a classic at the Disney parks that, I mean, I couldn't imagine going on a Walt Disney World trip and not getting Dole Whip. Question number 12 is Fantasyland or Adventureland? And since we're talking about Walt Disney World for this one, or Magic Kingdom, I'm going to choose Fantasy. Now that they have that Fantasyland expansion that was newer to me on my last trip, I was finally able to experience that on my last trip. There is nothing that compares. The Fantasyland at Magic Kingdom is by far the best Fantasyland. The fact that there's the Beast Castle and restaurant, and Belle has her own experience there, and Gaston's Tavern. I mean, the fact that the Beauty and the Beast section is there, for me, makes it 100% worth it. She has always been my favorite princess since I was very, very little, and that was amazing to see that, finally. Question number 13 is Frontierland or Tomorrowland? For this Walt Disney World version of This or That, or Magic Kingdom based This or That, I'm going to go with Tomorrowland. While I have many thoughts and opinions on Walt Disney World's version of Space Mountain, their version of Space Mountain, I love Tomorrowland there. The area is so colorful, it's nice and big, there's lots going on, plus it's got the People Mover. I mean, the People Mover is so fun, and Carousel of Progress. Question number 14 is meeting Mickey Mouse or Tinkerbell, and I'm going to have to say Mickey Mouse! I think I'm always going to choose Mickey in this instance because who doesn't want to meet Mickey Mouse? Question number 15 is meeting Cinderella or Tiana. Oh gosh, this is a hard one too, okay? I love all the princesses. I've already told you Belle's my favorite, but, you know, I love all the princesses for different reasons. I think I'm going to go with Tiana with this one. Her experience was by far the more interactive, fun, and engaging meet and greet that I experienced when I went to the parks the last time, and especially at Disney World, the way they have it set up there. I mean, she was funny, she was talking about beignets, like we were having a grand old time, and so for that reason I'm just going to have to say Tiana, even though it's really hard for me to answer this or that. I guess I'm going to pick Tiana. Number 16 is Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party or Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. I think I got those right. This is really kind of like a sad, sore subject. I mean, not really, but I haven't been to either one of these.
See how you are, you don't just have to say that you're fine. You're not really fine.
I was going to go to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party on this trip that I was supposed to take in September, October of 2020, and then we had to cancel our trip because of coronavirus. So I don't know how to answer this. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to answer which one I want to go to more. And I think my answer is going to be Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. Because of the villains, you're going to see characters that you don't normally see. Like, I just want to meet Hades. Can I meet Hades? I mean, he's my favorite villain. I think for me, I just want to experience it once. So anyway, that's going to be my option. Hopefully one day I'll get to both of them. Thanks, coronavirus. For number 17, it is Space Mountain or Seven Dwarfs. Now, I've already told y'all that I have thoughts and opinions on Space Mountain at Walt Disney World, so I think you know what I'm going to pick.
I'm gonna pick Seven Dwarfs.
Do I think Seven Dwarfs is like best ride ever? No. But alert. Unpopular Disney opinion. The Walt Disney World version of Space Mountain is
trash. I said it. There it is. I said it.
I really dislike the Walt Disney World version of Space Mountain. Space Mountain is like the worst ride I've ever experienced in my life. Now, I grew up going to Walt Disney World, and I remember loving this ride. I would go on with my friends multiple times. I'd be like, yes, I love Space Mountain. I didn't know any better. And also, I think when you're a kid, you don't mind things as much as you do as an adult. When I went to Walt Disney World the last time with my mom in 2017, I was like pumped. I was pumped to go on Space Mountain. I couldn't wait. I hadn't been on the Disney World version of Space Mountain in about 8 years, so I was really excited about it.
I hated it.
It was bumpy, it was rickety, it was not in the dark, and there were times, like, the lap bar didn't even really come down far enough, and so anytime we went on over a bump, it was like, I was like up and down really hard. I hate it.
I hate it.
I'm sorry. I really hate it. In fact, I'm pretty sure I have a picture of how unhappy I was on that ride, and I'll put it right here. So Seven Dwarfs gets my vote for this one. I think it's a really cool theming. I love the mine scene where you're going up. It's not a super fast ride. It's not an intense ride, but it is so well themed. I think they did a really good job with it, and that one definitely gets my vote over the trash that is Space Mountain. Okay. All right, we're getting down to the last few here. Number 18 is Carousel of Progress or Mickey's PHILHAR Magic. This one, I have to choose the classic Carousel of Progress. Love Mickey's PHILHAR Magic, but there is nothing that compares to Carousel of Progress. Walt had such a hand in Carousel of Progress, and I just feel like there's something so special about it. I really, really love that ride. Number 19 is Popcorn or a Mickey Pretzel. Totally a Mickey Pretzel. I know it's just a pretzel that's Mickey shaped, but I'm not a huge popcorn fan. I would totally choose this pretzel. I get them a lot at Disneyland. I like to get the cheese with it. Also, side note about the popcorn and stuff, I'm someone who really doesn't like to eat with my hands or have my hands be like super sticky or dirty or messy.
I'm a germaphobe.
I'm not afraid to admit it. Germaphobe. I'm that person that eats their pizza at the park with a fork and a knife. And you can judge me all you want, but I'm not sticking my dirty hands on the food that I eat. I've gotten super creative over the years on how I eat park food without touching it. Any one of my friends that I've gone to the parks with many, many times has definitely witnessed my creative ways of eating foods without touching them, and I've been appropriately made fun of for it. You know who you are.
Eileen and Nicole and Mary.
But it's fine. It's just the way that I personally like to keep myself safe when I'm at the parks and, you know, make fun of me on once. Alright, we made it to the last question. The last question is Pecos Bill or Pinocchio's Village House. Okay. So again, with the quick service, like I said, I don't usually eat quick service on my trips or much quick service, but I'm gonna go with Pecos Bill here. We did actually eat at Pinocchio's Village House the last time my mom and I were at the parks, or at Magic Kingdom. It was like super underwhelming. There was nothing special about it. I don't know that I ever have to go back there again. Whatever I got was like so forgettable, I can't even remember what it was. I like Mexican foods, but that's the one I'm gonna go with because I think that's the better option out of the two. Alright, there you have it, guys. That is my Disney World This or That tag. Thank you again so much, Jacqueline, for tagging me. I really had fun while doing this. I enjoyed watching your answers, and I'm really excited to tag the next person. I'm going to link Jacqueline's YouTube channel and social media links down below. I highly recommend going to check it out, going to say hello to her. She is one of the nicest people that I have met in this YouTube community, and we've gotten along so great. I know you'll love her too. To keep this going, I'm going to tag some new Disney friends that I've made. Their channel is Our Endless Adventures. They're at Walt Disney World all the time right now. They're having so much fun. I hope you guys do this tag. I'm really excited to see your answers. I'm going to link their channel down below as well. Please go check them out, and that's it for me. This was super fun, and I'd be really curious to know what you guys think. Do you have similar opinions that I do? Do you think differently? Let me know in the comments, because let's have a conversation. That's what Disney's all about. We all have different loves and dislikes, and this is or that's. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please feel free to subscribe and like and comment and say hello, because I am loving getting to know new Disney friends. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!